Have you ever wondered how the cotton fabric in your quilt is made? It's quite a journey, but one that's worth exploring. Our story begins with a small cotton plant that grows in fields around the world, from the southern United States to India, China, and beyond. Cotton has a rich and meaningful history that stretches back thousands of years. It's believed to have originated in the tropical and subtropical regions of both the Old and New Worlds. Over millennia, it has been spun, woven, and dyed into countless forms, playing a crucial role in the development of civilizations. From the sails of ancient ships to the humble shirt on your back, cotton has been there, quietly supporting us throughout history. In the early days, cotton production was a labor-intensive process. Farmers would plant the seeds, tend to the plants, and then pick the cotton by hand. The cotton was then cleaned and spun into thread or yarn, which was then woven into fabric. But as time marched on, so did technology. The Industrial Revolution brought about significant changes to the cotton industry, with the invention of the cotton gin, mechanical looms, and other machinery. These innovations made the process of turning cotton into fabric faster and more efficient, transforming the industry, and indeed the world. Today, cotton production is a blend of tradition and innovation. The cotton plants are still grown in fields, but the process of harvesting, cleaning, and spinning the cotton is largely mechanized. It's a fascinating mix of old and new, of history and progress. And yet, despite all the changes, the end result is still the same. A soft, durable, and versatile fabric that we use in so many ways. From the clothes we wear to the quilts that keep us warm, cotton is an essential part of our lives. Now that we know where cotton comes from, let's delve into how it transforms into the fabric we use. The first step in the journey is the harvesting of the cotton. Delving into this, the process begins when cotton plants, after months of growth, burst open to reveal fluffy bolls of raw cotton fiber. This fiber, also known as cotton lint, is carefully picked from the plant, either by hand or with the aid of modern machinery. Next, the cotton bolls undergo an initial cleaning process. This is crucial to remove any extraneous materials like dirt, leaves, or twigs that may have been picked up during the harvesting. The cotton bolls also contain seeds, which need to be separated from the lint. This separation process, often done through a series of mechanical beatings and air currents, ensures that only the purest cotton lint is left. After this rigorous cleaning and separation process, we're left with cotton that's free from impurities and ready for the next stage. Once harvested and cleaned, the cotton is ready for the next step, ginning. After harvesting, the cotton undergoes a process called ginning. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is ginning? Well, it's a crucial step in preparing cotton for its journey to become fabric. In essence, ginning is all about separation and cleansing. The cotton plant, you see, doesn't just produce the fluffy white fibers we associate with cotton balls or cotton clothes. It also produces seeds. These seeds are tightly entwined with the cotton fibers and need to be separated. That's where ginning comes in. Ginning uses machines to efficiently pull apart the cotton fibers from the seeds. It's a bit like combing tangled hair, making sure all the knots and snarls are removed. But ginning doesn't stop there. It also cleans the cotton further, removing any remaining dirt, leaves, or stems that might have been mixed in during harvesting. With the ginning process complete, the cotton is now ready to be spun into yarn. From here, the journey of the cotton continues. The cleaned and ginned cotton is now ready for spinning. This stage in the process is where the magic truly begins, as our fluffy cotton starts its transformation into the threads that will eventually become fabric. Spinning the cotton is an art in itself. It starts with the cotton being drawn out. This isn't just a simple pull, it's a refined process that extends the cotton fibers, aligning them and preparing them for the twist that will give them strength. The drawn-out cotton is then twisted, a process that turns the loose fibers into a unified thread or yarn. This twisting action is what gives the yarn its strength and durability. It's also where we can begin to see the cotton's potential, as it starts to resemble the thread you might use in your sewing machine. The spinning process isn't just a one-size-fits-all operation. Depending on the desired end product, the yarn can be spun in different ways to create different types of yarn. These variations can affect the texture, strength, and appearance of the final fabric. For example, a tightly spun yarn will create a dense, sturdy fabric, perfect for durable items like jeans or upholstery. On the other hand, a loosely spun yarn will result in a softer, more delicate fabric, ideal for items like blouses or quilts. It's fascinating to think about the journey that the cotton has taken so far. From a soft, fluffy plant in the field, it's been harvested, ginned, and spun into yarn. Each step of the process designed to transform it into a material that we can use. But the cotton's journey isn't over yet. The yarn, while usable in its own right, isn't quite fabric. It's like a caterpillar in its cocoon, on the cusp of becoming something even more beautiful. The cotton has now transformed into yarn, but it's not fabric yet. The next step is weaving. From yarn to fabric, this transformation happens through weaving. This is where the journey of cotton takes a fascinating turn, as the spun yarns are interlaced into what we recognize as fabric. Weaving is a process that dates back to ancient civilizations, yet it remains integral to fabric production today. The principle behind weaving is simple, yet ingenious. It involves two distinct sets of yarns: the warp, which runs lengthwise, and the weft, which runs crosswise. These yarns are interlaced in various ways to create different kinds of weave. The most basic type of weave is the plain weave. Picture this. Each weft yarn passes over one warp yarn, then under the next, over and under, and so forth. This over-under pattern is repeated for each row, creating a fabric that is sturdy and durable. It's no wonder that the plain weave is the most commonly used in cotton fabric production. Next up is the twill weave. The weft yarns in a twill weave pass over one or more warp yarns, then under two or more, creating a distinctive diagonal pattern. Twill weaves are known for their strength and drape, making them a popular choice for clothing and upholstery. Finally, let's talk about the satin weave. This is a bit more complex, with weft yarns floating over several warp yarns before going under one. The result is a smooth, lustrous surface that's characteristic of satin fabrics. Now, while the principles of weaving have remained the same over centuries, the methods have evolved dramatically. From hand looms to power looms, the process of weaving has been mechanized, enabling the production of fabric on a much larger scale. This doesn't mean that the art of hand weaving has been lost, though. In fact, it's still very much alive, cherished for the unique artisanal quality it imparts to fabric. After weaving, the cotton fabric is almost ready, but there's one more step to go. So, let's continue our journey into the final stage of cotton fabric production. The final step in the journey of cotton is finishing the fabric. This is where the fabric is transformed into the vibrant, soft, and durable material we all know and love. The process of finishing fabric is a multifaceted one, involving several techniques aimed at improving the appearance, feel, and durability of the cotton fabric. The first step usually involves bleaching. This is done to remove any remaining impurities and to prepare the fabric for dyeing by making it a clean white canvas. The fabric is soaked in a bleaching solution, thoroughly rinsed, and then dried. Next comes the dyeing process. This is where the fabric gets its color. The fabric is submerged in a bath of dye, where it soaks up the color. The duration of this soak, as well as the specific dye used, dictates the final shade of the fabric. Once dyed, the fabric moves on to the printing stage. This is where patterns and designs are added. There are numerous printing techniques, from traditional methods like block printing, where designs are stamped onto the fabric, to modern digital printing, which allows for intricate and highly detailed designs. After printing, the fabric is often treated to enhance its properties. For example, it might be coated with a finish to make it wrinkle-resistant, or treated with a softening agent to make it feel smoother. This stage can also include treatments to make the fabric more durable, fade-resistant, or water-repellent. Finally, the fabric is inspected for any flaws or inconsistencies. This ensures that only the highest quality fabric makes it to the market. Now, the fabric is ready to be cut, sewn, and transformed into a multitude of items, from clothing to home decor, and of course, quilts. And that's it! The journey from cotton to fabric is complete. Next time you cuddle up under your quilt, remember the journey it took to get there.